Some great news for farmers. Their prayers and protests have finally been seen by the Trump administration, and now they're going to be saved. The ones in Argentina, that is. This week, Trump's Treasury Secretary announced a $20 billion economic support deal for Argentina. And right after that, Argentina suspended its export taxes on soybeans. The result? They sold 20 shiploads of soybeans to China in just 2 days. Meanwhile, in the US, farmers are harvesting in panic mode with no buyers in sight. China hasn't purchased US soybeans since May. As Caleb Ragland, president of the American Soybean Association, put it, the frustration is overwhelming. I still don't understand what you and all the other Republican farmers are so frustrated about, Caleb. This is what you literally voted for. US soybean prices are falling, and farmers read headlines not about a trade agreement with China, but that the US government is extending $20 billion in economic support to Argentina. Well, unlucky for you, you're going to have to wait till the next Democratic president gets in. Trump is helping farmers, just not the ones in America. So much for America first.
So they said Trump doesn't care about farmers, but guess what? They were wrong. Again, President Trump just announced he's releasing over $3 billion in aid to U.S. farmers, money that was frozen during the government shutdown. So while politicians in D.C. were playing games and letting hardworking Americans suffer, Trump stepped in and said, "We're not leaving our farmers behind. This aid will go straight to the men and women who keep America fed, the ones who wake up before the sun to do the work most politicians wouldn't last an hour doing." And it's not the first time either. Trump's already proven he'll fight for our farmers, whether it's through trade relief, cutting red tape, or opening up export markets. Once again, the media misled you. They told you that he didn't care. They told you he only helps the rich. But when the food supply's on the line, who ends up showing up? Trump. Every single time. So next time someone says he doesn't care about the little guy, remind them it's the little guy who's winning again under Donald J. Trump. Have a great night, Patriots.
Trump just secured a $25 million metric ton for farmers in America. And there's been a lot of media stunt that, hey, Trump has rescued the farmer. Trump has saved the farmer. While originally, during the Biden's administration, they were selling 27 million metric tons per year. So what has changed? Is that what they were going to get for all the sufferings? Withdrawing of fund, increment of tariffs, losing of their funds. So what they were going to get is even lesser than what Biden gave to them. For me, that's ridiculous. And you can see about the social media, and Trump has rescued them. Trump has done this. Hey, what are you saying, guys? I was hoping and thinking that a better deal was going to come, that this guy is going to, so who would have imagined that it is still China Trump is going to run to give them a deal for 3 years. After all the hula baloo, after all the sanction and increment of tariffs, China banned this, that, blah, blah, blah. All they could come up with is 25 million metric tons. So you should have just left them the way they were, because they were selling 27 million metric tons per year. So what's the deal? What's the difference? When you think too highly of yourself, this is what happens, because you want everybody to be at your, at your feet and be paying obeisance to you, and be not knowing that people don't really care. Power is changing, paradigms are shifting, and all of those things are happening, and people don't really care anymore. But the damage that you have caused to the farmer is lingering. Now you're coming up and the media is just making noise up and down. This is what you could get them. Let me know some more now what I've said. Let's go check out the clips. I have a lot to say about this American farmers and the plight and what they've gone through and what they're still going through. Credit belongs to original creator of every content that I've been showing you. But guys, do me a favor, watch till the end so you can know exactly how the conversation can begin. I want to hear your view and your perception. And I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You see, the farmers are very happy. I think it's 25 million tons, but it's numbers that they've never seen before in terms of the soybeans, in terms of other things. We have numbers coming to our farmers that the farmers have never seen before from China. Our farmers are very happy. I suggest that they go out and buy larger tractors and more land. Okay? We want larger tractors and more land because nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Soybean farmers, you are about to be treated like a fool by the Republican Party and Fox News and some of the mouthpieces. You're about to get flooded with all this information about how Trump just struck this massive deal for 25 million metric tons a year for 3 years with China of soybeans, right? Trump saved you. The Republican Party just saved you, right? Saved your farm. You were getting 27 million metric tons. You were selling 27 million metric tons last year under Biden. He made a deal for less. And that doesn't even take into account the 6 months from May to October where there was nothing. You were getting paid nothing. The American Soybean Association estimates that soybean farmers lost an estimated $10 billion in those 6 months. $10 billion. 6 months of worry and fear and how am I going to make payments and what is going on by soybean farmers. And now Trump and the Republican Party are going to swoop in and say, like, look, we just saved you. They're the motherfuckers who took it away in the first place with this tariff war. They're the ones who made your life shitty and made you live in fear. Now they're going to give it back to you and expect you to cheer them and be like, thank you so much. I can't believe you saved us. They're the fuckers who did it to you. Right? It's like a fucking robber coming up to you and stealing $27 and giving you 25 back and saying, are you going to thank me? Like, what the actual fuck? So watch this. Watch. It's going to be all over Fox. They're going to say, like, look at this historic deal. Incredible for farmers. I can't believe what he did for farmers. It's less than what you were getting. And you lost $10 billion in the process. Just think it through. They fucked you over. $10 billion. And now they're giving you less than what you were getting. I would not be happy.
I mean, at this point, we can admit it, right? Donald Trump doesn't care about farmers. He doesn't give a damn about farmers, and he's going to continue to gaslight them every single chance that he gets.
The only cost that's really up is beef, and the fake news only wants to talk about beef. And what I did is I made it possible for those people to survive. They're incredible people, but they were being decimated by other countries.
That was Trump making up the lie, saying that, oh, the only thing that's up is beef and everything else is great and they should be thanking him. And hell, he actually even went to Truth Social to double and triple down on that. Here's Trump on Truth Social talking about how cattle farmers owe basically everything to him because the tariffs that he implemented on Brazil, the 50% tariff, allowed them to actually make money. And then also, if it wasn't for him, then they wouldn't be making money for the past 20 years. I mean, like, it's a whole thing. Now, farmers, I just want to remind you, while you're off trying to save your farm, Donald Trump in his first administration saw one of the largest spikes in Chapter 12 filings for farmers at 24%, and he has continued his trade war, which caused that massive spike from his first term in this term, and now he's causing people to lose their farms again. So while farmers are off making pleas like this,
dire situation, September's upon us, harvest is starting in the deep south, and we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field.
Donald Trump's busy playing with his balls.
I think there'll be nothing like it. And it's being paid for 100% by me and some friends of mine, donors to it. The government's paying absolutely nothing. Well, you can see the kind of interiors that we're talking about. That's an interior of the ballroom.
Ballrooms.
The Trump administration manufactures a crisis, and then they swoop in, say they saved the day, and ask you for praise. This is what they consistently do. And my friend Angry Male Vet really turned me on to this idea. It's something I had kind of been tracking on and off all year, but his analogy for it, and I'll link him below, really brought it home. See,
Scott Bessent and Donald Trump both announced that they had secured a deal for soybean farmers in the United States, that between now and the end of the year, China was going to buy 12 million metric tons of soybeans. And then next year and every year through 2028, they would buy 25 million metric tons of soybeans from U.S. farmers. But the problem with that is U.S. farmers last year and the year before, and almost every year under President Biden, sold at least 27 million metric tons of soybeans to China. So the deal that Donald Trump is touting is worse than what they had already been doing. And it's a crisis that Donald Trump's administration caused because Donald Trump didn't get his way when it came to China. They manufactured a crisis. Then they claimed that China was holding U.S. farmers hostage and using them as political pawns, when that is exactly what the Trump administration was doing to these farmers that voted for him. And now they've saved the day. They consistently are doing this, and I kind of expect them to swoop in and do it with SNAP tomorrow on the 31st, or maybe first thing Saturday morning. But I'm not holding my breath, because that's one of those Democrat programs, according to Donald Trump, that he doesn't like.
Trump has rescued the farmer. Do you see what he did? He gave 20 billion to Argentina farmers. Now he's giving 3 billion to American farmers. Can you just oppose that? Guys, the last time I checked, the population of America is more than Argentina, right? Yes, it is more. So definitely the farmers should be more than Argentina. So who need more funds? Is it American farmers or Argentina farmers? Or maybe the $20 billion is more than oh God. With all the farmers went through, someone said, yeah, he has finally rescued them. And one of the videos you watch, he has come to their rescue. What has he done? If he had come with 30 million metric tons per annum, I would say, oh yeah, the stress is worth it. We told him of their fund, we drawn of their fund. I would have said it's worth it, but right now, it's lesser than what they were getting before. And of course, it's still the same China that you are increasing their tariff, imposing tariffs on them. They are still the one you went to. I thought you were going to get a new deal. Guys, let me know what are you with me? Because I'm like, what is happening? And now you're getting them 25 million metric tons per annum and giving them $3 billion after all that they've gone through. They've gone bankrupt. Some farmers have sold their land. Some are saying they've given up on agriculture. Some are in debt. A lot of things have happened to the farmers, and suddenly he said, oh, you have come to their rescue by just giving them 25 million metric tons lower than what they were selling before. After scattering, guys, let me know what your take is, because it looks like, for me, and I know farmers actually like, you should have left us the way we were. Farmers are saying, hey, you should have left us the way we were because we were doing better. You give us $3 billion. Okay, let's see how far it will go. Let's see what can be done. The damage has been done. As far as I'm concerned, the damage has been done, and $3 billion after injury. Then also the deal is just lower than what Biden gave to them. You should have left them. My opinion is this, guys. I want your opinions and your perception to start pouring in, because I believe that he should have left them the way they were, because they were doing better. They have access to fund. They have the all sort of the loans, everything, Medicaid, and all that. They have all of those things available for them, and yet they were selling to 7 million metric ton per annum. Now you said you've rescued them. You're going to give them $3 billion when you give Argentina $20 billion. And you came up with 25 million metric ton. Guys, am I the one that is not reasonable? Let me know what your view and your perception are in the comment section. Let's talk about this, guys, because for me, this is not deep, because you should have, what they went through is not needed, it's not necessary. When you're just going to give them this, and you should have left them the way they were. I believe there are a lot of things that are hidden that we don't know, that we can't see right now. Maybe there's a new market, a new, I don't know. But time will tell what has actually happened. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. And I want to say, please subscribe and like this channel and share this video, because this video needs to go viral, and we need to let people know what is happening to ranchers in America and farmers generally. And thank you guys for watching. And of course, see you around again. Don't miss my next video. Stay in peace and stay in love and avoid trouble because you're too far important than anything. Until I come your way again. Bye bye.